Well, here we're looking at Ascend Solar, and this was one that I really felt could continue to rally pretty nicely here. And we saw a little bit of a pullback on this. It gives a great opportunity on a buying on the dip here. A lot of times you want to wait for this commitment on the action for the upside. We didn't see any break through the prior high. This is your first instance where you can kind of get an idea. They open it up. They open it up right near the high. You could see it right here. We talked about this. I believe that right around here, you could see the 38% retracement on this really acting very aggressive, and you could see just coming right to the 50. This is a 50% retracement. You could see the action right there, the prior gap right here. So this is a perfect entry. You could see why it makes so much sense. You have a prior top right here, the gap up. You have really prices kind of holding right in here many times, and you could see the sense of that. So when it starts to go through the exaggerated move, what I normally like to see is it's really, if you have to kind of pick your moment, either let me buy the close or buy the open. That's basically what we do for ease, for the sake of ease. A lot of times just to make sure that there's no issues here. But I clearly think that what you want to watch for is that prior day's action so much, because it's so imperative. For example, you know that the prior high is going to be resistance. So if it doesn't break it and they open it right there, it's not proving it's breaking it just yet. As a matter of fact, it proves that they're trying to burning it too high up, get everybody excited, and then pull back and go through the retracement up, because all the sellers that may have wanted to sell near that high are going to look for that in the morning. So a lot of times that's the thought process. So you want to watch to see, does it break high? It doesn't even go one trade higher from the open. It just starts to initially sell. So you wouldn't be a buyer until it really completed the sell. And then once it broke through the closing price, that's another thing, knowing that you'll see it go much lower here. So why buy there? You're going to wait till it comes into the 50% retracement or very close to it, and then going to buy, or buy toward the close, because you know it's going to be a weekday, and there can even be follow through on the next day. We're saying we have to buy this day, and if we do, this is the case. But a lot of times you'll see that try to reverse on the next day, because it absorbs the selling pressure. You get a good entry, and you start to see this resolve. So that was just the thought process, is what I go through when I'm looking at it in on the open or otherwise. And I think it's a beneficial way to try to make your trade if you're going into position.